You know exactly what needs doing, yet somehow you can't bring yourself to do it. Days slip through your fingers, your to-do list grows heavier, and you still feel stuck. The problem isn't a lack of motivation, it's a mindset built on waiting rather than doing. Here's the truth. Action is the spark that ignites motivation, not the other way around. When you move first, clarity follows. That first step, however small, illuminates the path ahead, dissolves doubt, and builds the confidence you've been seeking. Imagine a young man obsessed with financial success, endlessly planning, researching, waiting for inspiration or the perfect moment. Yet every plan stays on paper. He believes he must feel ready before acting. But real readiness is forged in the furnace of action. Confidence doesn't come first, it's the byproduct of doing. So he makes one call. He launches one idea. He takes his first imperfect step and finds the fear that once loomed large begins to shrink. Momentum takes over. Think of Edison, peering at a filament and refusing to wait for a stroke of genius. He experimented 1,000 times, each failure teaching him something new. Or Ford, plunging into automobile production long before certainty existed, reshaping an industry with his conviction. What set them apart was less inspiration than a refusal to let inaction dictate their destiny. Let's confront the shadow of fear that whispers, "What if you fail?" Fear is a liar. Most of what it forecasts never materializes, and even missteps can be corrected, lessons can be learned, and resilience can be built. When you face fear head-on, making a single call, sending that email, posting that draft, the terror loses grip. Action is the antidote to fear. This brings us to procrastination, fear's greatest ally. "I'll start tomorrow" becomes "I'll start never." There is no magic hour when everything lines up. The perfect moment is a mirage. Instead, use the 5-minute rule. Commit to this task for 5 minutes, no matter how messy. Often, you'll find yourself powering through past that initial barrier. Each tiny win chips away at hesitation, and soon you're rolling. Discipline is the bridge from intention to achievement. Unlike motivation, which is fickle, discipline is a choice you make 10,000 times. You build it by honoring small commitments, waking early, writing a paragraph, making that call, whether you feel like it or not. Each act of discipline reinforces trust in yourself. That trust fuels more action. Over time, showing up becomes second nature. Yet action alone isn't enough unless we harness our pain. Pain is inevitable, but it can either break you or build you. When life knocks you down, you can curl into a ball, or you can rise with new strength. Adversity sharpens the mind, hardens the spirit, and forges resilience. Each setback carries a lesson. Embrace discomfort as the crucible of your transformation. In pain lies the seed of your greatest growth. Now ask yourself, will you let hesitation control your future, or will you decide right now to move? Momentum favors the willing. Take that step, then the next. Each action diminishes fear, crushes procrastination, and cements discipline. Your clarity will follow your movement. Your confidence will ride on your action. Your potential waits on the other side of your next decision. That covers rules 1. You've broken through the first barrier. Now let's forge ahead with the next set of principles that will keep you moving, growing, and unshakable. When pain hits, and it will, don't let it bulldoze your spirit. Pain is inevitable, but your response is optional. You can let adversity crush you, or you can harness it as fuel for your ascent. Every setback, every sting is information. Here's where you need to grow. Those who freeze under discomfort remain frozen forever. Champions lean into the ache. They reframe pain as a forge, tempering their resolve with each strike. Remember, a diamond forms under pressure. Your rough edges are shaped by hardship. Instead of cowering, step forward. Let pain teach you resilience. Let it sharpen your focus and deepen your hunger for victory. Each time you embrace discomfort, you build a reservoir of strength others lack, and that becomes your unassailable edge. Next, pinpoint your destination with surgical precision. If you don't know exactly where you're headed, you'll wander in circles. Vague goals are dreams' cousins. They feel good in theory, but vanish in practice. To turn aspiration into achievement, set goals that are clear, measurable, and time-bound. Not, "I want to write more," but "I will write 500 words before noon every weekday." Not, "I want to get fit," but "I will complete 3 30-minute workouts each week." Then break each objective into daily actions. A lofty summit is scaled one step at a time. Celebrate each foothold. Every mini victory reinforces your progress and stokes your motivation. Write your goals down. This alone makes them real and activates your subconscious to hunt for solutions. When you treat your targets as non-negotiable commitments, your mind and habits align to make them inevitable. Underpinning every great journey is a mind that refuses to break. Your mindset is the bedrock. If it crumbles, so does everything built upon it. Too many stumble at the first sign of pressure, believing setbacks are verdicts rather than lessons. Cultivate an unbreakable mentality by flooding your inner world with empowering narratives. When self-doubt whispers defeat, respond with conviction. I learn, I adapt, I overcome. Replace I can't with how will I succeed? Train your thoughts like an elite athlete conditions muscles, consistently, deliberately, and without mercy. Guard what you watch, read, and listen to. Feed your mind the stories of resilience, the biographies of legends who turn catastrophe into triumph. Surround yourself with voices that challenge you, not ones that soothe your comfort zone. With every book you read, every conversation you pursue, and every affirmation you repeat, you're reinforcing the unshakable core within. Pain, precise goals, and ironclad mindset. These are the pillars that sustain forward motion when motivation ebbs and obstacles grow. Embrace the process. You're not on a straight highway, you're forging a path through uncharted terrain. Each challenge you conquer, each goal you hit, and each limit you shatter become proof that you can and will rise above. Momentum lives in repetition. Keep moving, keep growing, keep believing that the only way out is through action, and the only way up is through unbreakable resolve. When you're ready, we'll tackle the final principles that fuse every element: clarity, courage, commitment, into the unstoppable force you're becoming. When life strikes hard, and it will, you have a choice. Let adversity break you, or use it to build unshakable strength. Every setback, every pang of discomfort is information. Here's where you grow. Champions lean into that pain, treating it like a forge that tempers their will. Remember, diamonds form under pressure. Your toughest moments carve out your greatest edge. Now get crystal clear on your destination. Drift without direction and you'll circle endlessly. Vague dreams vanish, specific, measurable goals endure. Don't say I'll write more. Declare, I'll pen 500 words by noon each weekday. Don't wish for fitness, commit to 3 30-minute workouts per week. Then map each milestone into daily steps. Scale a mountain 1 foothold at a time. Celebrate every tiny summit, because those micro wins fuel your fire and program your mind to find solutions. Under every great achievement lies an unbreakable mindset. If your mental foundation wavers, so does everything you build. When doubt whispers give up, answer back, I learn, I adapt, I conquer. Replace I can't with how will I succeed. Condition your mind like an elite athlete hons muscle, relentlessly, purposefully, without mercy. Curate your inputs, books, podcasts, conversations to reinforce resilience, not comfort. Surround yourself with voices that challenge you, not lull you. Each affirmation, each lesson absorbed, cements your inner core. Pain, precise targets, and a fortress mindset become your pillars when motivation fades and obstacles loom. Embrace the journey. You're charting uncharted terrain, not cruising a straight highway. Every barrier you shatter proves you can rise. Momentum thrives on repetition. Keep moving. Keep leveling up. Keep believing that the only way out is through action, and the only way forward is through unwavering resolve. Now, take a deep breath and step boldly into the next chapter of your ascent. Surrounding yourself with winners accelerates your rise. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. If you walk with dreamers who never take action, you'll drift. If you partner with doers who refuse to settle, you'll achieve. Seek out mentors who've walked the path before you, peers who challenge your limits, and allies who amplify your ambition. Distance yourself from anchors that drain your energy, negativity, excuses, complacency. Cultivate relationships that fuel your purpose and hold you accountable. In those circles, excellence becomes contagious and your standards naturally rise. Mastering your time is equally crucial. Time is the most precious asset you'll ever own, and it never returns once lost. Every day, map out your priorities the night before. Block chunks of uninterrupted focus for your highest leverage tasks. Eliminate distractions, silence notifications, close unnecessary tabs, set boundaries that protect your workflow. Don't multitask, single task with full presence. Break large projects into bite-sized actions and assign deadlines to each step. Small, consistent efforts compound into massive progress. When you treat each minute as sacred, you seize control of your destiny. Embrace failure as feedback, not defeat. Every legendary success story is stitched together with failed attempts, missteps, and detours. Failure is simply data, a signal pointing you toward necessary adjustments. When your approach falters, study what went wrong, learn the lesson, and adapt. The only true failure is giving up. The moment you quit, you extinguish the possibilities that lay in wait. But if you persevere, each stumble becomes a stepping stone, sharpening your skills and strengthening your resolve. View setbacks as training grounds, not tombstones. In that mindset, you'll uncover the breakthroughs others miss. Finally, arrive at the moment of decision, your superpower. Right now, you have a choice. Remain stuck in analysis and someday, or commit fully to action today. No more waiting for inspiration. No more bargaining with excuses. Stand up, decide, and move. That decision fuels momentum, and momentum fuels progress. Momentum builds clarity, and clarity builds confidence. One decision leads to the next, and before you know it, you've rewritten your story. Success isn't reserved for chosen few. It belongs to those who choose to act. So choose now. Choose action. Choose discipline. Choose growth. Choose to become the person who moves when others hesitate, who rises when others falter, and who conquers because inaction was never an option. Your future begins with this decision. Make it count. Now, let's seal this transformation with a simple truth. Momentum is your greatest ally. Once you've decided, once you've taken that first step and pushed through fear, distraction, and doubt, each action paves the way for the next. Clarity emerges from movement. Confidence is forged in the forge of consistent effort. And before long, you become the architect of your own destiny. This isn't a one-time sprint, it's a lifelong pursuit. You'll face new challenges, fresh fears, and shifting circumstances. But armed with these principles, action over waiting, courage over hesitation, discipline over impulse, goals over vagueness, mindset over circumstance, and community over isolation, you possess a blueprint for relentless growth. So every morning, remind yourself, I will move today, no matter what. I will learn from every setback. I will surround myself with those who challenge me. I will honor my time as my most precious resource. I will treat failures as feedback, not endpoints. And I will decide again and again to act, to persevere, and to evolve. Your future self is waiting. Show up for them. Take action now. Momentum awaits the first mover. Be that mover. The world bends to those who refuse to remain still. Start today and watch how quickly everything changes.